Is anyone else getting sick of this route yet? Because I sure as heck am. Anyways, welcome back to my FireRed Omega Nuzlocke, and yeah, as you can tell, we are back on routes 14 and 15, because there's a little bit of cleanup to do. I left a few trainers there. So let's get right to it, not waste any time, and fight Mr. Bikerman here. And I need to burn some time. Shut up and battle. Oh, okay. What? He told me to shut up. Yeah, anyways, he's got a Weezing, which on level 40 is quite the threat. And because Weezings are known to go boom, I've brought in Quiet to block the explosion that could possibly happen. And I am hoping... Yes, there's the burn. Very nice. Cause burn will half attack. Will half the attack of the Weezing. And that is good. Burn is always good. Besides, it also does a bit of damage. So I'm also gonna confuse it. And because I got toxicked, I think I'll switch out next turn. But for now, let's just see what happens. Weezing became confused. Yup. And lots of residual damage going on here. So burn, poison, confusion possibly. This is getting a bit too dicey, so I bring in a Sticker. Because one extra sensory should get rid of the Weezing. Let's see. First of all, we gotta get through this. Ah, come on. Sludge Bomb is a strong move, it's Poison Stab, but thanks to Burn, its attack got halved, so it didn't do any damage. However, I still am not liking how my team looks right now, so I think I'll fly back to the Pokémon Center. Because Poison is never fun to deal with, especially in Generation 3, where Poison can still kill a Pokémon in the overworld. Yeah, in case you don't know, in later generations, I think it started in Gen 4, Poison got weakened. Like, Overworld Poison got really nerfed. So, in Generation 4, Overworld Poison would still hurt a Pokemon, but it would always survive with 1 HP, and then the poison would just go away. And I don't know if they just added that in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but yeah, it's in the games. And then in Generation 5 onwards, I think Poison doesn't do any damage in the overworld anymore. Might be Generation 6 onwards, I can't remember. Haven't played Generation 5 in a while. But that aside, we're going back to Route 15, because I left some biker dudes here as well. And I don't know why I left specifically the bikers. Maybe, I guess I'm just afraid of the poison types and the Weezings and stuff, but that's just how the cookie crumbled. And while we're fighting Biker Alex here, I would like to talk about my hashtag topic of the day, trademark, copyright, and whatnot. So, yeah, in this episode, I would like to talk about cover bands. So, as you might have gathered already, I am a big fan of music, going to gigs and stuff like that. But one thing I can't absolutely stand are cover bands. I just find them pointless. So, first of all, they really have stupid names. So you got your, like, classic bands like Fleetwood Mac or Daft Punk or Red Hot Chili Peppers. And there's cover bands for those bands, which are like called Red Hot Chili Pipers, Fleet Mac Wood, or Daft Punk, which are really stupid names in my opinion. But they're like, yeah, you made a slight change to the original band's name, good job, you're really clever. No, you're really not. I don't know why I sent in Hardhead here, by the way. I actually didn't read what the opponent sent out, so I'm a good player. But yeah, they just change a little bit of the original band's name, and you're not fooling anyone, people. Except one of them almost fooled me once. So one day I was just walking around the streets, probably going back from work or some stuff, when I saw a poster for a gig. And first thing I saw, €15 entry, which, well, for a gig it's not bad, it's a good value. And then I see, like, the picture of the band, and they looked exactly like Daft Punk. So I thought, wait a second, Daft Punk for €15? How is that possible? They're way bigger than that. And then I look up, see the title of the band, Daft Punk, just a bloody cover band. I was mad, but yeah, whatever. I just walked them by, let it go, stuff like that. And once I actually saw a cover band live. They were called AVDV. 3 guesses what band they were covering. Yeah, it's AC/DC. And I think it was a free gig, so that was nice. And I went there with a few colleagues from work, so I could distract myself. And yeah, so about the gig. The singer was alright, and actually managed to imitate Brian Johnson quite well. I was surprised. But then the guitarist. He was trying so damn hard to imitate Angus Young, AC/DC's guitarist. Like, he had exactly one move. He copied exactly one move from from Angus Young. And that was jittering back and forth, looking like he had a stroke. That was literally the only move he did. Like, his guitar playing was fine. He didn't make any mistakes. But the way he moved was so bad. I couldn't help myself but laugh at him. I could not take this guitarist seriously. And as far as I remember, he didn't even do the drop on the floor, play guitar while lying on the ground shtick that Angus Young made famous. So why even bother? But yeah, since then I've never again seen a cover band, and I don't think I ever will. One other cover band that comes to mind is, there's this band Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds by Noel Gallagher, former guitarist of Oasis. And there's a cover band called Noel Gallagher's High Flying Carpets. First of all, this band only exists, the original band, High Flying Birds, only exists since 2011, I believe. So they're not legends in the business at all. So why are they making a cover band for them? I don't understand that. Probably just a quick cash grab. And I'm not saying those guys that are covering are not talented. They probably really are. They're really good musicians, I would imagine. But if they're such good musicians, why don't they take their talent and stop imitating famous people and just make a name for themselves? I don't know. And yeah, I don't know. It's just, the main thing that bothers me are those stupid names. But that aside, they're fine, I guess. They have their fan base. They found themselves a little niche, and that's what they excel in. But I don't like it. And here we have a Dunsparce, which I don't like either. Because Dunsparce is supposedly really good. It has Serene Grace, which makes special effects twice as likely to happen. And it's also got Headbutt and Glare. So it can paralyze the opponent and then headbutt them with a 60% flinch chance. Put that together with the 25% chance of paralysis kicking in, and that spells disaster for you at Sacrifice. It really spells disaster for a team, because it can really be tough to escape that. But what's not gonna be tough to escape will be this Muck, because I will Magnitude it. Okay, 6 is not strong enough. Watch this Muck use Earthquake next, because I think it can learn that. Oh, wait. Oh, come on, it just has a sliver of health left. It's probably just 1 pixel, and I can't even see it on my screen. Because I'm sitting fairly far away from my screen, and I'm running the game in a pretty small window, because that's the only thing my computer can handle. So, if you see me celebrating about a kill, that's not really a kill. Now you know why. Okay, finally, we've only got 1 more guy left. And no, I'm not flying away. I want to fight this last trainer. Oh, that's good. You know, what happened here was, I was looking for Azteca in the list on the right and couldn't find her. So I'm like, wait, what happened to Azteca? Where? Oh, she's in the first position. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I'm a bit scatterbrained today, so expect that to happen. Come on, let's go. Hey! Oh! Let's go! Yeah, that's my Ramones impression. I'm gonna do a Ramones cover band called the Flamones. And why does he have a Dunsparce as well? Why do these spikers have these random Dunsparce? That doesn't make any sense. Usually bikers would use poison types, maybe dark, but Dunsparce is a plain old normal type. And it's not even, evil looking, it just looks like it's spaced out. So, I don't get it. I don't see the connection. Anyways, it's dead, no need to worry about it. And next up we got a Swalot. Swalot is funky. And I've used one... I think I've used one in an Omega Ruby run. It was alright. It didn't do much damage, but it was an HP sponge, basically. It had a lot of HP, alright defenses, so it was kind of the tank of the group. And it was fun to use. It learns a variety of moves, so if you can get past its strange design, yeah, you got a good Pokemon on your team. And people, watchers, viewers, rejoice. We are done with routes 12 to 15, hooray! So we can finally move on to more trainers on Cycling Road. Hooray. No, but before we do that, I want to go back to the Safari Zone. Because, I mean, I'm not allowed to catch anything in there anymore. But there's a few interesting changes in the Safari Zone that I failed to point out in the last episode. So, and I know in the last episode I said I would just off-screen the remainder of the Safari Zone and just show screenshots basically of the interesting stuff. But, nah, we got a bit of time to kill. And, as I said, there are a few changes, so I would just like to show them. If I can ever find my way there, here we go. And also, I've never really cared about this Pokemon Zoo. Like, okay, here, you've got a Chansey. And, wait, do they register in the Pokédex? I don't know. But, I don't know if they do, but I always found this pointless. It's kind of misleading too, because if we check here, okay, cool, there's Voltorb. But you can't find Voltorb in the Safari Zone, so why are they showcasing it here? But anyways, let's go in, and I'm glad the warden lets me in because I've already caught something. But yeah, I'm just gonna try my best to avoid the grass, to basically avoid disappointment. Because if I walk into the grass and and find a rare Pokemon, I'll be annoyed. So yeah, one of the first changes you'll see immediately is there's weather now in the Safari Zone. Like in the first area here, it's raining, and if we go to the second one, we have a sandstorm. So that's kind of neat, because the original Safari Zone was always a bit bland. Like, all 4 or 5 areas looked so goddamn much the same, and I'm really glad they changed that. And the second obvious thing is the Leaf Stone. No, I'm pretty sure that's in the originals. But they also changed the encounter tape. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. No, what they changed was... What did they change? Oh yeah, of course, all zones open immediately. So, in the earlier games, it was kind of a maze. Yes, thank you for crying out loud, Skarmory. No, the original games, the Safari Zone was kind of a maze. I would like to catch this, but I'm not allowed to, so goodbye, Skarmory. You saved me in Ultra Sun. Or was it Ultra Moon? No, it was Ultra Moon. But, yeah, so... all zones are open, you can go everywhere you like immediately, which is really, really handy. Because in the original games it was already a challenge to reach the most important areas, which would be Surf and the Gold Teeth, within 500 steps. But the hack made this really, really easy. The only issue is, I cannot, for the life of me, remember my way around the Safari Zone. And I'm really, really glad I read that sign, because I do not remember having to go into a house to find Surf. And speaking of finding, there's the Pokédex, which I didn't... Wait, check the top left corner. I have 600 steps. I'm pretty sure they changed that, because it always used to be 500. But that aside, I found my favorite item in the Pokemon games, which is the... Where is it? Where is it? Okay, there it is. The Quick Claw! Hooray! So the Quick Claw has a, I think, 20% chance of activating. And when it does, your Pokemon gets to move first. And because Pokemon, to an extent, is all about outspeeding your opponent, it is really, really nice to have. So I'm glad I found it. And yeah, as you saw, I put it on quiet immediately. And I've already been in this area, so I derped. I still haven't found Surf, which is the main reason why I came here. So, okay, where do I have to go? Where do I have to go to find Surf? I'm pretty sure it was around the area with the fake teeth. Oh, max revival, that's gonna come in handy. Problem is, where is that area? Or, oh no, I think this might be it. This looks like the correct house. So let me... 92 steps, I can make it. I can make it. Watch, oh good, Kangaskhan. Yeah, I'm finding all the awesome Pokemon in this run, and I'm not allowed to catch any of them. That's a shame. And yeah, this is just a rest house. And earlier, you might have seen me, like, ignore all the rest houses because they never have a point. They're just there to waste your time, and, like, there's never any items, never any Pokemon. However, this one has a hint. And this one has... oh, pointless flavor text. And this one has... another hint. What? I thought for sure this would be the one where I get Surf. I made a mistake, and I'm gonna run out of steps, so I'll just retire and try again. Well, that was a waste. Well, at least I found a few good items, I guess. And we have a bit of time, so let's go through it again. And, yeah, if I don't find it in this run, Surf that is, I will just cut the next trip out to save you the trouble of watching it again. Because going through the Safari Zone without being able to catch Pokemon is really, really boring. It's boring to play, and it's probably more boring to watch. Oh yeah, I remember this now, because there's the glitchy tree. Oh my god, can these rare Pokemon stop appearing? I'm sick of seeing them. I'm sick of not being able to catch them. Come on. Come on. Smeargle? Oh well. I'm not too fond of Smeargle. Never been, never will. Because Smeargle probably has the most interesting gimmick out of all Pokemon, in that it can learn every move, but it's really weak. Its only good stat is speed, and I think even the speed is kind of mediocre. So it's really frail. It gets knocked out by being hit with a piece of paper, basically. Its attacking stats are abysmal, so I don't think it's really viable to use in a regular playthrough. Now, competitively, it might be a different kind of beast, because it can learn Spore and, like, Stealth Rock, all sorts of support moves. But then again, you got Taunt, and if you get taunted, you have to use physical attacking moves, and then your Smeargle is kinda boned. What? Oh, I love how this is just called Final Area. Yeah, it's Final Destination, alright. So, Shuckle. Don't chuckle the Shuckle. Yeah, Shuckle... now I'm calling it Shuckle, really? No, Shuckle is really interesting. It's got the highest... Really? Really? Okay, if I ever get a Cubone, I have its best item. But back to Shuckle. It's got incredible defenses and horrible attacking stat and speed. And it can learn Power Trick, which switches around its attacking and defense stats. Yeah, that's the new stat, defensing. It's like you fight a fencer and you remove his sword. That's called defensing. But anyways, here we are at the secret house, and we get the most powerful HM in the game, Surf. Now, even if you're not able to use Surf, in the overworld, you still want it on your team, because it's the most powerful, or most reliable water move, I guess. And it's always good to have. It also hits both opponents in double battles, and while in later games they did make it so that it also hits your own Pokemon, I believe in this generation it's not the case. So, yeah, just to show you again, it's got 95 power, 100 accuracy. It's so damn good. So I'm gonna give it to Kappa right away, because it's pretty much a 100% upgrade over Water Pulse. Although Water Pulse has the decent effect of confusion. But, it's too unreliable. And I just like to dish out more damage than going for, secondary effects. And do you have anything for me? No, you don't. Oh, this guy raises a good point. I think I will do that. If I can. No, I need a new badge. Okay. So we can't use Surf just yet. I have to defeat, I think it's Koga first. Which will happen in the near future. But in the next episode I have a different plan. because, yeah, there's still the whole cycling road I haven't taken yet, and I want to do that next time in one big swoop, because it's better to get it out of the way now. I'd rather get some extra experience on my team before tackling the gym. And okay, I'm almost thinking, should I go for one battle, see how bad the levels are? Because I have a fairly good team against poison types. But then again, I would also risk getting absolutely slaughtered, because the trainers on Route 15 were around the level 40 range, and I'd assume the trainers in the gym are a bit more powerful than that. Is there any grass? No, just swimmers and water. Which, actually, yeah, you know what? I will do that right now. I haven't caught anything on the route below there. What was it, 19? I think it's 19. So, yeah, I will just make another catch on Route 19. So let me see if I have my super rod equipped. No, it's just a good rod. Oh, well that would also explain why I found a Goldeen in the last episode instead of something more stellar. Like, remember? I've found a level 8 Goldeen in Fuchsia City, which, well, sucked. And here we have Quillfish. Quillfish is really, really interesting, because it's pretty rare, it doesn't show up in many games, and even the ones it does show up in, it's very, very rare. I believe in the original Gold, Silver, Crystal, you had to register... Oh god, Revenge? Really? Oh no, that's actually kind of strong, but not too strong. But yeah, in Gold, Silver, Crystal, you could only get it after registering a certain fisherman on your phone. And then... What, really? Not even one wiggle? Holy cow, this thing is gonna put up a fight, isn't it? But yeah, you had to register a fisherman, and you had to rely on the fisherman to call you, and not rambling about his Magikarp or whatever. He actually... Gotcha! Here we go! There's Quillfish! I've never used a Quillfish ever, and I wouldn't mind trying one out. Let's see. Yeah, it's generic pufferfish type. What will I call it, though? Yeah. I will call it... Lat. No, I will not call it Lat. I will call it... the first thing that came to mind, which is Landmine. Which, I know it's not really fitting. It's a water mine and not a landmine, but it's ironic, damn it. No, it's really not. It's just stupid. But, I forgot. Before we check out Landmine, let me take care of this little fetch quest, if I can find the correct house. So bear with me. I think it's this one. Let's see. Yeah, there he is. So let's give the warden the gold teeth and get a present for it, which would be... Come on, show me. HMO4, strength. So I always found that odd, that you would get 2 HMs within the same small confined space of the Safari Zone. Like, you find both the gold teeth and the HM for Surf in the same part of the Safari Zone. Like, if you want to hide everything in the same area, at least spread it out a bit, guys, come on. But, yeah, I don't want to teach strength to one of my team members because it's kind of a weak move. So, let's check out Landmine. You got a great attack, yeah, pretty good defense, and, yeah, no. And you got a really, really bad moveset. Also, why does Pin Missile have 14 power? This is really strange. Then again, I guess they did it because if it hits 5 times, it has a power of 70, but then you could also have a case where it hits 3 times and you have a power of 42. So, why? But yeah, let's bring in my HM slave, George II, and let's recover that item behind the rock. Because I'm fairly certain I can use strength. I think that's what I unlocked when defeating Erika. Yeah, you see, normal move, 80 power, it's alright if you have nothing better to use, but I have lots of stuff better to use, so I'm gonna give it to my HM slave. Gonna get rid of Vice Grip, because, yeah, it's got... Krabby, I'm sorry, you're just gonna lose all your unique moves. If you had Crab Hammer, I would also get rid of Crab Hammer. But yeah, that's that. And to conclude the episode, let us check out what the item is hidden behind the rock. In the original games, it was a rare candy, so I'd be interested to see if it was changed. Here we go. Nice little animation there, and we just push our face into this rock to move it, and we get, yup, a rare candy. That's what I thought. Okay, with that being done, let me save the game, overwrite my old file, not turn off the power because I made a decent amount of progress, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.